Just take a look at this. I mean, wow, this character was made with AI in like a few minutes. The power we have now is it's incredible. But if you've ever actually tried to do this yourself, you know there is a massive catch.
And hey, if you want to get ahead of the curve with tools just like this, do me a solid and hit that like and subscribe button right now. It helps a ton.
Because here's the problem, right? We've all been there. You create the absolute perfect character once, and then, poof, they're gone forever. You can never get them back. Every single image you generate is a total roll of the dice. Consistency? Yeah, it feels completely impossible.
Well, until now. Today, I'm going to walk you through a workflow that lets you create entire animated stories with consistent characters. Seriously, this method is going to save you so many hours of frustration.
And you are definitely going to want to stick around for this, because at the very end, I'm sharing a God mode prompt that will give you a level of control that honestly, you've probably only dreamed of. It changes the game.
So what is the big secret here? Well, it's not about writing a longer, more descriptive prompt. It's about fundamentally changing the language we use to talk to the AI. We're going to move from just words to blueprints, using something called a JSON style guide.
Okay, don't let the word code freak you out. A JSON style guide is really just a super organized list. Think about it like this. Instead of vaguely telling the AI, a person in a forest, you're giving it a precise machine-readable file. It's a blueprint that says, the subject is here, the lighting is coming from this angle, and the color palette is these exact shades.
And this right here really shows the difference. A normal prompt, it's like a soup of words. It's ambiguous, it's open to interpretation, and the AI is basically just guessing what you want. But a JSON blueprint, that is a structured recipe. It gets rid of the guesswork and makes your results repeatable, and most importantly, it puts you back in control. It's the difference between hoping for a good result and actually engineering one.
So how do we actually put this into practice? Well, it's a pretty simple 5-step roadmap that'll take you from a basic idea all the way to a fully animated scene.
We'll start with the concept, then generate the blueprint. After that, we create our assets, add life to them with voice and lip sync, and then finally, we animate and edit the whole thing together. It's a clear path to getting what you want every single time.
Okay, step 1, concept and capture. And just to make this fun, we're going to use a hilarious example from AI Rush Hour's video, a parody of SpongeBob and Patrick in the world of Breaking Bad. So the first thing you do is find the clip you want to parody and just grab a screenshot of each key scene.
And now for the magic part. Step 2 is all about generating that blueprint. You take those screenshots you just grabbed and you upload them to a specialized GPT. It'll analyze every single detail in the image and then hand you back a perfectly structured JSON file. That's your recipe for that exact scene.
All right, moving on to step 3, creating the assets. This is where it gets real. You take each one of those JSON prompts and you head over to an image generator, something like OpenArt. You paste that JSON right into the prompt box, and just like that, you'll start generating images with incredible consistency from one scene to the next.
So now our characters look great, but they're just static images. In step 4, we're going to bring them to life. First, you can use a tool like 11 Labs to generate the character voices. Then, you take that audio and your images over to a platform like HeyGen, which will automatically animate the mouths for a perfect lip sync. So for example, you could have Patrick say something like this. Yo, SpongeBob, this stuff looks extra crystalline, like restaurant quality. I mean, the potential for storytelling and parody here is just absolutely massive. And finally, we're at step 5, animate and edit. You can upload all your assets to a tool like Kling AI to add some cool camera movements in motion. Then you just bring all your clips, your voiceovers, your animated shots into a video editor like Premiere Pro, and you assemble your final story.
Now, this workflow is obviously incredibly powerful, especially for making parodies. But, with great power comes the need to create responsibly. So let's just take a quick second to talk about the idea of fair use.
So what even is a parody, officially? Well, at its heart, it's an imitation that's designed to comment on or even mock the original work. The key thing here is you're not just copying something, you're transforming it to create a whole new message, usually a humorous or critical one. And legally, this is where it gets pretty interesting. In the US, parody is often protected under what's called the fair use doctrine. The key word is transformation. If you're using the original to create something totally new with a different purpose, like commentary or criticism, you're usually on pretty solid ground. But of course, I have to pop in the same disclaimer from the source material. This explainer is for educational purposes. You should always do your own research when it comes to things like copyright.
All right, you've seen the entire workflow from A to Z. And I promised you a bonus for sticking around, so it is time to deliver that God mode prompt that takes this entire concept to a completely different level.
But before I give you that prompt, let's make sure this one thing really sinks in. The most important takeaway today is this: using structured data like JSON isn't just some neat little trick. It is the fundamental shift that finally gives you the precise control and character consistency that we've all been missing from AI image generation.
And here it is. Instead of just asking for a JSON file, use this prompt. Ask the AI to create a deeply detailed JSON context profile and tell it to break it down into these specific categories: objects, environment, people, composition, and, this is the amazing part, even the implied story and symbolism. This forces the AI to analyze every single pixel with surgical precision. It gives you a blueprint so detailed that you can change one tiny thing, like making a character smile, without messing up anything else in the entire scene.
I've put all the links to the tools we talked about down in the description so you can get started right away. And hey, one last time, if this explainer blew your mind a little bit, please hit that subscribe button for @BrandTechOff. It really means the world.
Look, the old way of doing this was pure guesswork. But now you have the blueprint. You have the recipe for consistency and for control. So the only question left is, what world are you going to build first?